So I know you mentioned the cheesecake was for Beyonce and Jay-Z was at the studio. How was Diddy and Jay-Z's relationship like? Have you ever seen them interact?
Them close, them tight, like.
Like tight? Like what kind of tight?
Pause. I don't know, but I know one thing. The way Jay denied it, that was foolishness. They was tight. They was real tight. You know, they've been in the game a long time. You know, Jay come from under the umbrella of Biggie. That's how tight they were.
Yeah.
So I'm saying? So, you know, they can try to make it seem like this or that, but at the end of the day, I feel like Jay branded Rockefeller courtesy of the Bad Boy era. That's how tight they were, you know.
So you know, Biggie mom just passed away.
Rest in peace to Miss Wallace.
Do you feel like Diddy had anything to do with Biggie's murder?
Damn. I'm gonna say this here. I can never say that anybody got anything to do with anybody murder. You did, because it ain't my business. You know, but I would say no. I don't think so. No, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next question out there.
Okay. Yeah. My next question is, are you a pimp?
Was I a pimp?
Are you a pimp?
I still have ism mentality, but I'm no longer in the game like I used to be.
How did you get introduced to that?
The Bay. Basically, when I went to the Bay after Katrina, you heard me.
You in pimp mode. I see you, boy.
You heard me? I went to the Bay, and I was straight Chopper the rapper. You heard me? I'm getting money, buku money, off verse licks, and, you know, that's how I was living. And then all these women out there, they come from the game. They come from selling and all that there. And my people was like, why you these groupie hoes that's willing to give you everything? You might as well just get paid for them giving you everything. And that's when it clicked in my mind, like, ta-da! And that's when the era of me with the ism started, you dig? And to be honest with you, I made more money from the game than I ever did from rap.
Did you ever get it straight with Puffy's mother with your publishing?
No, them people don't care about me. You dig? Them people don't care about none of us. I was never able to get it straight, but I won. Gangsta. Say, bruh, you know how I won, son?
No.
Because I was never Rodney Hill. Rodney Hill was my people with the fake ID. My name is Kevin. I won. I might got nothing out the ordeal, but I got everything out the ordeal. Because I was never the person. Who won?
Well,
So I'm saying,
can
you hear me? Who won?
Well, can you share a story with us? What happened behind closed doors at Bad Boys?
That varies. You gotta pinpoint what you mean by that.
Just give me something.
A Diddy party.
Oh, that's crazy.
You been to a Diddy party?
Buku.
Man.
Diddy parties is like this. Diddy's not an orchestrator. He's not the person that say, oh, go this person, oh, suck his dick, or you dig, it's just, to me, it's like, it's Hollywood, yeah. It's Hollywood. People are celebrities. They snort coke, but when you get to getting money, you start realizing like snorting coke ain't a bad thing. The rich people do that shit like it's like eating now laters and shit. You dig? It's not a, but to the normal people, that's like the most detrimental thing in the world. Seeing people.
What's good, y'all? It's OB Media. Young Chopper goes crazy and he react to Jay-Z saying that he and Diddy are not friends. Everyone know that Jay-Z is lying. Diddy and Jay-Z are really tight. They're really close. They're like Bonnie and Clyde. They're best friends. They're friends since the 90s. So when he's gonna come out with that bullshit statement, I don't believe you, Jay. You like to tell lies just to protect your nasty ass. All of these ninjas freaky. So when they're saying that they don't went to the party and they leave before 1 a.m., all of these ninjas know what was going on. They were snorting coke, they were flying in prostitution and getting freaky with Diddy. But it is what it is, man. You need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
Snort coke and all that there. But especially coming from here, you see that shit all the time. But when you get in the music industry, you see the the actresses and the actors snorting coke and kissing on each other and sucking each other dick, and then you walk into the room and then you see buku men, more men than women on each other, you dig? And if you ain't about that, you stay away from that. And I kind of stayed away from it, but I saw it. And it wasn't as bad as it seemed, because if somebody was to invite me to the party right now, I'll be there.
Now, you say you kind of stayed away from it, so that kind of confused me. You say you kind of stayed away. So was you snorting coke with him?
I never snorted coke in my life.
Okay.
But one time we in the car and the powder, you heard me, and Diddy drew, like, he offered it to me, and I tasted it first. I said, oh heavens no. I wouldn't put that in my nose. So I was like, no thank you. So that's the only time I ever was with anything with coke. I said, bro, anything I taste, if it don't taste right, I ain't. And that's, you heard me? That's kind of how that went.
What's your relationship with Farnsworth Bentley?
He hit me up recently on Instagram, and he felt, this is the reason why I'm gonna go back here. He said, Chop, I really don't appreciate how you put me out there like that. He said, I'm a married man, bro. I got a wife. I got children, bro. You know, I ain't really living that life no more. And I said, Bentley, I don't appreciate how you deboed me for my chain either. You dig? So you give me my chain, and I try to get it taken down for you. I wasn't. But I said, I try to get it taken down for you, bro. And he was like, oh, I don't know where the chain at. I said, well, then what we talking for? So my relationship with him is, he was always a cool person. You understand? But when that chain situation happened, I kind of felt, I felt a salty way about that, though. I really did, Ron.
What you mean the chain? He took your chain? He snatched your
He
chain?
ain't take my chain. He ain't snatched my
Cause you 6'7", number. Come on, man. Ain't from uptown?
No, I said debo me.
How? What he did? Talk to me.
All right, here we go.
All right, let us know.
You're a young juvie. You did. You come into an industry towards you know nothing about. I don't know nothing. You dig? I don't even say, bro. I don't even much know who's who. You dig? So we had a show, and I didn't want to lose my chain. So I said, Bentley, here, hold my chain so I can perform right quick. And for some reason, I never quite got it back. So if that's considered stealing, all right, y'all got me. But I call it D-boy, you heard me?
You thought he was looking out for you?
I did.
Okay.
And I realized the more I'm around Bentley and the more I'm around Bad Boy, you start realizing everybody start talking about, you heard me, Bentley is a thief.
He's a thief.
Then it hit me. I said, this bitch got me. You got me. And they say, bro, I charge it to the game. It's all great. It's cool.
On
Shout out to Bentley, though.
The brighter side of things, what's the best advice you ever received from Diddy? Or like someone in the industry?
Come into the game with your own motion. Come into the game with your own money. You come into here looking for handouts, you better be expecting to get fucked over. That's just how it's gonna go. If you come in here with handouts, you're leaving with your hand on your ass. Period. You come in here with your own motion, your own money. That's how you gain respect in the industry. You got to realize the music industry is a freelancing business. What I mean by that is, most of the times, it's the people that's not signed that really got the motion more than the people, you know, that got the motion that's signed to a major deal. The people that got the major deals are the one that's getting puppeted over. And they be here today and gone tomorrow. It's the people that's the freelancers, like the Slim Thugs and mostly the people in the Bay Area. Those are the people that really know the game to the point where they had no other choice but to have their own record label. You have to be your own record label in this game. So my advice is, come into this game as your own label, your own motion, your own money, or you won't get.
You speak
bad.
highly of the Bay. What was your experience like?
I speak highly of the Bay is because it changed my demographic of how I see life. I came in on Greyhounds and trying to make it that way as a rapper. You heard me? I didn't come in the game with my own motion, with my own money. I came in this bitch broke. You dig? I was in New York with $5 left. So when I went to the Bay after Katrina, you got to understand, you from New Orleans, correct?
Right.
All right. How detrimental was it to you when it happened to you, when Katrina happened to you?
I was so young, I just couldn't believe it was happening.
All right. Well, in that era, I was about 16, 17. You know, I had a Ferrari. I had a gold El Camino. I had trucks. I had a beautiful house back there in Michigan. I was doing my thing. I got a major deal. When Katrina happened, it took everything from me. Everything from me. I had nothing. And mind you, I come from nothing. So who I'm going to go to?
Right.
It's all gravy. Yeah, it's all gravy because you chop it now and you chop it with the money. But deep down, you really know you really ain't got nobody. Let's keep it real. You ain't really got nobody to go to. You know these people, you know, giving you fake love. You heard me? You know it ain't real, Chop. So who you really got? You got yourself. And I realized at that point that there is no bump ears in the grave. You heard me? There is no bump ears in the grave. You're totally on your own out here, no matter how it sounds. You dig? You're on your own. And when I realized that, I had a choice to make. I can go to the A, I can go to Texas, I can go to the Bay. For some reason, I don't know why, but I was playing an E40 tape, and that's what really made me want to go to the Bay. I don't know why. I'm weird, yeah. I'm weird like that, yeah. And I went to the Bay, and when I went to the Bay, I went out that bitch, and I had about $40,000 to my name. Sound like a lot, but imagine coming from having hundreds of thousands. So I'm saying, so I'm around the corner from broke. I'm about to be broke again, and I had to figure it out. So when the Bay showed me how to get money without being a mainstream, you heard me, a mainstream artist. So that's why I talk about the Bay a lot, is because it changed my life. And if I would have never went to the Bay, you heard me, I wouldn't have never learned how to survive to this day. New Orleans didn't teach me how to get money. New Orleans taught me how to survive of standing on your business. You dig? Don't let nobody over you. Don't let nobody play on you. Nobody. You dig? New Orleans taught me the fear. How you say it? How you say that word? The fearlessness.
Oh, fearlessness.
Yeah, fearlessness. That's what New Orleans taught me. The Bay taught me how to get money in every angle, every way. It showed me that you are the dope. Sell yourself. You are the brand. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what the Bay taught me. So that mentality, I got it to this day. So moving back here to New Orleans, it's easy money for me to survive. I'm surviving with flying colors. It's because that mentality is still there. I'm not pimping no more, you know, because they locked me up and, oh, they try to send me up the road. You heard me? They try to give me an elbow. You heard me? Yeah, they tried to give me an elbow. Them people came and got me and took everything away from me all over again. And I had to figure it out for 2 years. I've been home since what is it, 25 right now? I've been home since 2022, 23. I had to figure it out all over again. You dig? So, and if it wasn't for the Bay, I don't think I would have been able to really survive to this day. And that's facts.
All right, Chop, what's up, Chop? This is DJ Frank Knitted with Knitted TV.
Wow.
We'll go back up a little bit. I want to know, what's one of the wildest, craziest moments you had at Bad Boy that wasn't on camera? Like, I know y'all was wild, not doing all kind of stuff that we saw, you know, on TV, but like, you know, what's some things that probably happened off scene, just something wild back in the day with around the TV show?
All right, is it TV show wise or is it Bad Boy South wise?
I'll say Bad Boy Southwise, because the TV show, we kind of
TV
saw
show,
things going on.
One time, bro.
Yeah, you know, just when you was affiliated with something wild that happened.
One time, I did a show in, I think, New Jersey. You dig? I come to New York after that. They go kick it with Diddy. For some reason, I got some cold shit. You dig? I go in the studio and I play it to Diddy. Oh, he like, ooh, this bitch cold. He feeling me. I'm talking about the whole way. He like, this shit, yeah. Let's go party. We go kick it. Me, Diddy, and whatever his entourage. We go like this underground little club, little wiggle. You heard me? In New York, they got like little underground little spots. You go under there and it's like a whole little wiggle. You dig? We go under there. We kicking it. You dig? And it's buku white girls. Diddy introduced me to the white girls. So it's buku white girls, and they all feeling them. Diddy playing with the and giving them drinks. He giving them drinks and all types of foolishness.
The drinks.
Them hoes feeling it. And Diddy like, you want to come with us? Because normally when you kick it with Diddy, you heard me, you go when it's time to go. You separate. For some reason tonight, Diddy like, you want to kick it with us? I'm like, right, let's go. We go to some little penthouse. I've never seen it before. I've seen Diddy spots in New York, brother. I never seen this here before. But we go to it. And man, Diddy and a couple other people, we knocked the little white holes down. I wake up in the morning, I said, bro, I don't know what I had, but I wake up in the morning. I don't know what's in the drinks either. You heard me? But I wake up in the morning. I'm like, the me and a little white hoe. We looking at each other. We don't know each other. We look at each other. I said, this your spot? She said, no. This your spot? I said, heavens no. I said, you gonna lock the door? She said, no. She said, you gonna lock the door? I said, no. And we got up, put our clothes on, and walked out. But I like 3 hoes with Diddy.
God,
that was weird yet fun.
So you and Diddy used to roll like that, like
I don't know if we roll like that because that bad boy Harv liked me. Courtesy Harv is a Haitian dude,
right?
You know, so Harv took a liking to me. You heard me more than Diddy. But at that time, in that point, in that moment, Diddy rocked with me at that moment, and Diddy rocked with me in buku moments. And you dig? I went to Star Island. I kicked it with Diddy. After the band, you heard me, with Bad Boy South, I really kicked it with Diddy.
So it was a different situation after the band. It was more just being with the label.
It was. And it was funner. You heard me? I don't know if that's a word you did, but it was fun and I had a beautiful time. And a lot of people say Diddy is a monster, you heard me? Maybe he is. But deep down, maybe all of us are. You know, everyone can be a monster if to that point, if to that situation. If put in that position, I think Diddy just having at this moment he done so much bad, bro, that it just had to happen to him. And I think, my opinion, I still feel like it come from the liquor company. I really do. I don't really think it come from nothing else.
Yeah, I say that too. It's more something.
It's the juggernauts. It's the liquor company. I don't think it has nothing to do with no Cassie. I think Cassie is the tip of the iceberg, you know. But I think the liquor company is the reason. You playing with them people. You playing with a different type of beast, and you biting the hand that feeds you. Them people did that.
Facts, big facts.
Yeah, they did that to Diddy.
Yeah, because that freaking stuff they talking about, everybody doing
that.
Yeah, you know,
that's not a crime to me, son. That's not a crime to me. You did freak calls all the time. Hey, you heard me? Is that a crime? Is it?
Nah, that ain't no crime.
That's what I'm saying. So it's bigger than that, you know. It's the liquor company. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah.
Now, you from making a band to signing with Bad Boy.
I'm from New Orleans. I've done making a band.
Oh yeah. You done making a band, but then signing with Diddy itself. So when do things go left? Like, what's the last straw to separate you from Bad Boy? You know, from signing with them to not being with them no more. What happened with that?
Katrina.
Okay.
When I lost everything, I basically called Diddy, and I'm like, "Say, bro, my people down here is bad for them. It's bad for me. Can I just get the back end money?" You did, because he already gave me the front end money, which was like $500,000.
Right.
So shout out to Diddy, because he done me right when you heard me did the solo deal. He gave me $500,000, no matter how that sound. I gotta give him kudos to that.
Yeah.
$500,000 in taxes leads you to about $300,000. You heard me. So that's what I was wiggling with.
Still a nice chunk.
It was nice.
Right.
But look, a year done passed. 300,000 turned into 100 and something thousand now. So I'm saying, you got a house, you got maintenance, you got. So I'm saying. So when Katrina happened, bruh, and I lost everything. I had, to my name, I had like 140, because it took 100,000. And mind you, I told you when I went to the Bay, I had 40,000. It took me $100,000 to take care of my people, keep them cooped up and all types of foolishness. But anyway, I called Diddy and I was like, "Say, bro, I need help. Can I just get the back end money instead of me asking you for money? You can just take it out of my budget." It made sense to me. I ain't asking you for nothing that, I don't deserve. And he was like, "No, get on the road. Go work for it." And when he said that to me, I was like, and then my old young dumb duck ass, you heard me, I called him back like, "All right, bro, I lost my Ferrari, I lost all my shit, you heard me?" I'm like, "Say, bro, you got it, bro. Can I at least get my cars back?" He said, "Oh no, you say you didn't want to rock with me." "Oh, that's vetoed. We're done." I said, "All right, we're done." And that's what happened.
Have you ever been around Kim Porter?
Yes, I was around Kim Porter with the Bad Boy South era. Kim Porter she's from ATL, you heard me? Nice, sweet lady. Most of the whole Bad Boy South situation come from Kim Porter, bro. She's the reason of why that even transpired, the Bad Boy South situation. She came with that idea. Nice, sweet lady, but yet spicy, dangerous if you play with her. Yeah, I remember she stabbed Diddy. She did. Stabbed boy. He used to walk around with a cast. You did, because he put his hands on her and she poked that boy. Facts. That girl ain't play. So that old Kim Porter did because it did it. Heavens no. That lady wasn't gonna let Diddy kill her. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Man, this interview is crazy, man. Young Chopper goes in on Diddy. All of these celebrities know what was going on. They were attending the freak off, all of the parties. So, but Chopper is saying the only reason why Diddy got taken down is not because of Cassie. It's because he go against that liquor company. And these are some powerful people. These are a board of billionaires. So you can't just be one billionaire and want to go against an army of billionaires. That was just a stupid move. Pop should have never tried to sue that liquor company, and he won that case, and his house got raided, and the video of Diddy beating Cassie got released, and that shit was from 2016, and Diddy bought that footage. So that is just wild shit. I don't know what Diddy got himself into, but all of this shit was just coming. Karma was coming for his ass. So all of the bullshit that he'd been doing all of these years, we had to hold him accountable. And they were also saying that Diddy was the one that got Biggie Smalls killed. But we heard a lot of crazy story. We heard that Biggie Smalls' car was marked. And Gina Deal said that they're gonna kill us tonight. And they said, get out of here with that cop shit. No one believed Genie. And there's the same shit that happened. Genie was telling them to get more security. I think Diddy brought Biggie Small out there to sacrifice him so that he can get all of his royalties. And you said that Biggie was your friend and you let him pay for his own funeral? Talking about a real sucker. This ninja though got no heart or no remorse for the dead. And he take the Rolling Stone cover from Biggie. So a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z and Diddy conspired so that they can get Biggie Smalls and Tupac killed, so that they can be the two biggest, richest rap mogul that is out. So understand that everyone want the power. It's a fight to the top. So when they got Tupac and Biggie out of the way, everyone got their time to shine. But because if these ninja was still alive, Diddy would not be so popular. He wouldn't be so popping. Biggie was the one that put Diddy on the map. So when Diddy is gonna do all of these wild shit and think that he's a rapper, this ninja ain't no rapper. He robbed all of his artists. He's a real sucker to me, and everything what is coming to him, more lawsuit, more charges are coming, and now they're investigating if he got something to do with Tupac getting killed. Because the word on the streets, Diddy put $1 million in Tupac and Suge Knight head. And shit is getting wild at this point. The trial is going on and a lot of people are snitching. Keefe D is saying, yeah, Diddy give me that money to get those boys killed. And he always got a lot of aid for Tupac. So everybody believed that Diddy could have done that shit. This ninja is an instigator. He like to organize crime like this. And it's the same thing that he did to Shine. He got people to testify against Shine, and the lady that got shot in her face said that Diddy was the one that shoot her. So this ninja been getting away so long, and they finally get his ass. But it is what it is, man. It's OB Media. Have a blessed day.
So I watched the Diddy documentary, unfortunately. And I think what I was left with the most is, I think it should be reiterated, how deplorable 50 Cent is, the gleefulness at which he did this to maybe attempt to absolve himself of how horrible he is and how much harm he's also caused to people. As another uber capitalist, you're aspiring to power and wealth. In the process, you are going to harm people. It's inevitable. And that's all that He wanted some level of power that was never going to be attained, to be like a white cis man. That was never, ever going to happen. You were never going to be able to get away with the things that white cis men get away with under white supremacy. I hear people talking about that Diddy is gay. Diddy is not gay. And I despise when people say that someone is queer or gay because they have sexually assaulted someone who is of the same gender. Sexual assault has nothing to do with desire, nothing to do with your sexuality. It has everything to do with power. It has everything to do with dominance, right? We don't know what Diddy's sexuality is, and also it's neither here nor there. Who gives a fuck? Right? You're horrible. All you've done, it seems, is abuse people so that you can move ahead, so that you can get what you want, whether it be an orgasm, a record deal, more money, to be able to have a producer, whatever it is. It was always for Diddy's benefit. It has nothing to do with sexuality. So I really need people to separate those things because they're just not connected. The other piece to this too, I think the biggest thing that I'm sitting with is just how sad it is, like that so many people knew that Diddy was causing harm to all of these people, in particular Black women. They said nothing because they too wanted to build or grow in the ranks of power and capitalism. So they were willing to stay silent about these things, even though they watched it at a party. They knew that Cassie was 19 years old, right? You knew all this stuff, but you still stayed silent. That's the thing that gags me, is the lengths that people will go to protect someone out of hopes that that will then propel them to some level of fame or power. Like, capitalism is so just insidious and gross that people will literally overlook someone being brutally harmed so that they can get theirs. That is just, that's wild to me. That's wild. Also, the lack of trigger warnings throughout this, like, it just was, this was just, you could just tell that 50 Cent did this so that he could look better, make himself appear better. He's not. He sucks. You belong under the jail with P. Diddy.